Hello everyone, it's Scoopta here again with another fxhash tutorial, and this time we're going to be doing one that requires zero coding, so hopefully you guys can use this and make some cool stuff. Real quick, just want to say I'm still doing a giveaway. If you subscribe to me, drop a comment down below saying you subscribed, and then shoot me a message on Twitter or Discord with your Tezos address, and I'll send you a free NFT. And if you want to pick which collection from my fxhash projects, that's totally cool. Basically, this is made by a person named PureSpider, and this is their Twitter. If you want to check them out, definitely recommend it. They just made this template for making generative art on fxhash, and they made it for free, so pretty cool of them to do that. So yeah, if you want to make your own like profile picture PFP type project, this is a great way to do it. If you want to make generative art without knowing any coding, this is a good way to do it. And yeah, with that being said, basically what we're gonna do here is go to GitHub. I'm just gonna search fxhash PFP PureSpider, and that should get this up there for you. And so yeah, I would definitely recommend reading through this whole README. It explains everything I'm going to go over here, so if that might be an even easier way to learn this than this video, but you know, a lot of people like me are visual learners, so that's why I'm making this. But yeah, anyways, first thing you gotta do is, once you come to this, is install node.js. So, oops, I'm gonna open that in a, and I'm on Windows, so I'm just gonna download this, save it, and then if I didn't already have it installed, I would just, you know, run this and install node.js. And yeah, that's all relatively simple. So once you have that installed, I would come back here, and you're just going to need to download the code that PureSpider made. So you can just do that by clicking here as it says. And I'm just going to save that. Go to my downloads, and gives me this zip file, and I'm just going to drag it over to this folder on my desktop where I have all my layers and stuff pre-made for this. And let's see, a couple important things to note are, make sure to use no spaces in your file or folder names. If you want spaces in the attributes, use an underscore. No emojis, question marks, other special characters. All images need to be the exact same size, so that's really important. In this example, I just made everything 1000 pixels by 1000 pixels, and all images need to be pings, PNGs. All images need to be transparent in all spots where lower layers should be seen through. And this all needs to be less than 30 megabytes. If you have a lot of stuff and they're very large pictures, you might run into issues, I guess, but when I was testing this out, I wasn't even close to that. So yeah, like I said, there's no coding involved in this. Once you download this, you're pretty much set. So you're going to want to go into the public folder and into this layers. So this is where you're going to put everything, and the way you're going to do it is by making different folders. So whatever you want to be the bottommost layer, or the layer that's behind everything, you would start that folder with 00, and then name it whatever you want. I'm just going to go with background. I think that makes sense. And then what will happen is when your thing is generated, it will automatically have attributes attached, including whatever you name it here. So in this case it would be background, and then whatever background gets chosen, that will be, the name of the actual attribute. So that way all the rarities and everything will be automatically calculated. And like I said, I already made all my layers, but so I'm gonna have this white background be one of my options for layers. And to change the frequency of how rare this is, basically, you're gonna put a number and then a dash. So if you had everything in here with a number 1, that means everything would have equal chances of occurring. But let's say let me just go in here and I'm just replacing everything with the layers already made. So you can see, okay, I don't actually want both of these. So I have 5 different layers here, and these all have a 1 and this has a 2. So that means this has twice, this is twice as likely to be selected as any of these. So if you make them all the same, they'll all have even chances. If you want something to be more rare, you should put a lower number, basically. And so yeah, that's basically all there really is to it. As you can see, I just went with 5 different layers here. One important thing to note is, for example, if you want a layer that you don't want included in your attributes, you would put this hide before the name. And so a reason you might want to do that is if it's the same on every token. For example, here I just have every token says scoopta. So I don't really want that to be a trait because every single token would have the same trait, so there's really no point to that. And yeah, so that kind of gives you an idea of how it works. I'll just show you my layers real quick. Oh yeah, one other important thing to note: if you want to have an option where there's nothing or none, you just put a ping with the same exact dimensions that's fully transparent. And yeah, it's that simple. Kind of crazy, and it's pretty cool of PureSpider to do this. But yeah, so now that everything's all set up in here, you're gonna go to the master folder, and if you're on Windows, you're just gonna click this and run it, and that will open in node.js. If you get something like this, you can just click more info, run anyway, and now this is all running in node.js, so that's why you need node.js. So yeah, like I said, if you're on Windows, you would use this one, which is generate.bh, I believe. And if you're on Mac or Linux, you would use this other one, which is a different type of file. And one important thing to note that PureSpider wanted me to say was, let's see, where is it? If you are on Mac or Linux, you have to make the generate.sh file executable first. I'm not exactly sure what that means. When I googled it, it had something to do with going into your terminal and writing a command so that the file would be executable. But yeah, if you need to do that because you're on Mac or Linux, just give it a Google, and it seemed pretty straightforward. But like I said, I'm on Windows, so I'm not really exactly sure how that works. And it looks like while I was explaining that, it finished. So now my thing is ready. It's gonna be all in this dis-zipped folder in this project.zip. So I'm just going to go over to the sandbox on fxhash and drag it in. Oops. Wrong thing. Start tests. You can see here I have 4 different traits. The one where I put hide is not one of the traits, or features, whatever, you know, same difference. If you retry with the same hash, you're always going to get the same thing. And if you do a new hash, you should get a different thing every time. So yeah, obviously this isn't something I would mint, but just kind of some random stuff I threw together for this tutorial. But you can see that it works. So let's see. Actually, I don't know if I'll be able to do that right now. Oh, yeah, maybe we'll. Let's see. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Drag this in over here. Upload to IPFS. This might take a second. I'll probably just edit this out. Whatever. Since I'm not actually going to use this, I'll just skip. And okay, so this is what it was talking about. Programmatic trigger using FX preview from canvas. I believe that's what it was. From canvas and the canvas. So I'm just going to copy this and let's test the capture, see if that works. But yeah, that's really everything. Kind of amazing how simple this is, and really awesome of PureSpider to do this. So yeah, definitely give him a follow. Check him out on fxhash. Actually, let's see what he's got. PureSpider. So yeah, big shout out to PureSpider for making this. Definitely give him a follow on Twitter and check him out here on fxhash. Looks like he's still got some stuff, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, big shout out to PureSpider. Thanks for making this, and thanks for watching. Don't forget about the giveaway.